Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to Grove Kids Children's Church. I'm so glad you're with me this week. Yep, we're still coming to you over the live stream, and we've had a great time doing Children's Church this way. I know we're not together, and I know we can't do the fun things like the games and snacks and all those kind of things, but we can do the most important part, and that's learning about our relationship with God, how much we can love each other and love God through His love for us. So anyway, today we're going to continue our series of lessons on honesty. If you remember last week, we learned about Jacob and Esau. My buddy Dave was with us, and he and Josh talked about Jacob and Esau and how Jacob, through his actions, deceived Esau and got the birthright. You know, it was something that was meant for Esau. Esau was the eldest, and he was going to get the inheritance of his father. But through Jacob's deceit, he was conned out of it, right? Well, honesty. Honesty is always the best policy, isn't it? To tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Honesty truly is always the best policy. That's why our memory verse this week is Ephesians 4:25. Ephesians 4:25 tells us that we are of the same body. Stop lying and start telling each other the truth. When we put that memory verse in our hearts and we put it into practice in our lives, I promise you that life will get a whole lot better because honesty is always the best policy. Now, I've got a friend in the suitcase and I'm going to bring him out. And today I'm going to tell you another part of the Jacob and Esau saga. It not only was the Esau stole the birthright, but he also does something else that's just as bad, maybe even worse. So you sit right there. I'm going to go get my friend out of the suitcase, and we're going to find out what Jacob did to Esau this time. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
here we go.
all right, well, come on. All right.
Oh boy, here we are. Oh, wait, where are the kids? I don't see the kids.
Well, the kids, do you see that camera back there?
Oh, that big black thing?
Yeah.
That's the camera?
Yes, that's a camera. Boys and girls, this is my friend Monty. Monty's a python.
No, I'm not. I'm not a python.
You're not a python. I'm afraid you are.
No, I'm not.
Are you a snake?
Yep, I'm a snake.
Well, you're a snake, but you're not a rattlesnake. You're a python.
Nope, I'm a rattlesnake. I am Monty the rattlesnake.
How can you say you're a rattlesnake? Everybody knows that you're not.
Yes, I am. See that right there? That thing right there. In your hand, in my tail.
Yes, I see that thing.
See that? That's a rattle. I have a rattle, therefore I am a rattlesnake.
Okay, Monty. That is a rattle. That's a baby's rattle. That's not like the rattle that a rattlesnake has.
But I have a rattle, therefore I'm a rattlesnake.
All right, well, I don't think that's actually the truth. As a matter of fact, today we're talking about telling the truth. All right, you hold on there. Your rattle's running all over the place. But today we're talking about telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
We are.
Yes, we're talking about it. And the truth is that you're not a python, or you are a python, you're not a rattlesnake.
I'm a rattlesnake. Yes, sir, that's what I am.
Well, all right. Well, we'll have to talk about that some more.
We're going to have to agree to disagree.
Well, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, Monty, brought you out today. And last week, you know, Josh was here.
Oh, yes, I like Josh. He's a friend of mine.
Josh is a friend of yours, okay?
Yeah, all of us suitcase people, we're friends. And he lives in a suitcase and so do I.
All right. Well, brought you out, Monty, because we're going to talk about what David and Josh were talking about. They were talking about Jacob and Esau.
Yeah, and how Jacob lied.
Yes, Jacob lied. But today we're going to continue talking about Jacob.
Did he lie again?
Well, he does. You see, today's story is all about the fact that Isaac,
oh, who's sick?
Isaac is sick.
Isaac's sick. Wait a minute. That didn't make sense. I sick.
No, Isaac Jacob and Esau's father is now sick. He's on his deathbed. He's gotten very old. Matter of fact, he's so old he can't see. His eyesight is gone, and he knows that his time on earth is soon over, and soon he'll be with God in heaven. So before he passes away, before he goes on to heaven, he calls Esau. Esau! Get off the seesaw! Okay, no, I don't think he said that. He did call Esau to him, and he said, Esau, I want you to go hunting. Because Esau liked to hunt. Yes, Esau liked to hunt. He spent lots of times hunting, and his dad loved the food that he would bring back from hunting. And he told Esau to go up into the forest. He said, you take your bow and your arrow, and you go up into the forest, and you find some good wild game. You hunt that game and fix it up into some real tasty food and bring it back to me. And when I eat that food, I'll get indigestion. No, he won't get indigestion. He'll get an upset stomach. No, he won't get an upset stomach. He'll eat that food, and it'll be really good for him, and it'll give him some strength, and then he'll be able to give Esau the blessing. What's the blessing? Well, the blessing is the father's blessing back then. When the father passed away, he gave the blessing to the eldest son, and Esau's the oldest son. How old was he? Oh, I don't know exactly how old he was, but I do know that he was the oldest son. And Esau said that he would go hunting for his father because his father asked him to. So he took his bow and he took his arrow and he went up into the woods and he began to hunt. Now, Jacob's mom and Jacob overheard this. Jacob's mom, Rebekah, said, Jacob, come here. I want you to go out into the pen where we keep all the animals, and I want you to bring me 2 goats. What's he going to do with the goats? Well, she's going to take the goats and she's going to cook them. And she's going to make some tasty food for Isaac. He doesn't need any more food. He eats too much and he definitely will get indigestion. Well, no, Rebekah's not going to let him eat twice. She's hoping that he'll only eat once. I thought Esau was going to fix him something. Yes, Esau is going to fix him something. But Rebekah has a plan. You see, she liked Jacob better than Esau. And he was her favorite. Yes, Jacob was her favorite. She loved both of her sons, but she loved Jacob more, and he was her favorite. Esau was Isaac's favorite, and Jacob was Rebekah's favorite. And she wanted Jacob to have the blessing. So she said, Jacob, go get a goat. Bring 2 goats back. And she took those goats and she cooked them up real good in a lot of tasty seasonings and got them ready. And she told Jacob, she said, Jacob, you're going to take this food to your father, and he's going to think that you're Esau. And when you take that to him, he'll think you're Esau, he'll eat the food, and he'll give you the blessing. And Jacob said, no, that won't work, because I'm not very hairy, and Jacob is extremely hairy, and I can't do that. And Rebekah said, yes, because I'll take the skin of the goats and we'll put that on your hands like gloves and on your arms and stuff, so that when he touches you, he will feel all that hair and he'll think you're Esau. No way. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're going to do. He's going to dress up in costume and pretend to be Esau. That's exactly what he's going to do. So he said, but what if he smells me? I don't smell like Esau. Esau smells like the forest because he's always out there hunting and stuff. And I don't smell that way. And Rebekah said, that's fine. We'll put on some of Esau's clothes on you that smell like Esau, so you'll smell like him. And you'll have the fur on you like Jacob's hairy arms. And Isaac will think that you're Esau. So what happened? Well, they did exactly that. And Jacob came into the room, and Jacob's father, Isaac, said, who is it? Who's there? Well, Isaac looked up and he couldn't see because his eyes were frosted over from being so old, and he was kind of blind and he couldn't see. And when he said, who's there? Jacob said, it is me, your son. That's right, it is Jacob. No, that's not what he said. Oh, what did he say? Well, he said, it is me, your son, Esau. And Isaac went, wait a minute! Your voice isn't Esau's voice. That's right, his voice didn't sound like Esau. So Isaac said, come a little closer. So Jacob came closer. What are you doing? I'm getting closer to the boys and girls. Get back here. He got closer to Isaac, and Isaac said, you sound like Jacob. but you smell like Esau. Yeah, you stink. No, now stop it. He didn't stink. He smelled like Esau because of Esau's clothes. And he reached out his hand and he felt Jacob's wrist and he felt the fur. He said, you smell like Esau. You feel like Esau. You must be Esau. That's exactly what he said. He said, you must be Esau. So Jacob, pretending to be Esau, gave Isaac the food. And Isaac ate the food. And then Isaac began to bless Jacob. And he gave him all these blessings. And then Esau said that he was now finished and ready to meet the Lord. And Jacob left the room. A little bit later, Esau finally had finished hunting. And he took the food that he had hunted, cooked it up real spicy and tasty like Esau liked it. Did he like it real spicy? Al caliente. What is that? That means hot. Oh, okay. Well, he fixed it up the way Isaac liked it. Get it right. I'm trying to. Isaac liked it. I don't know if that was spicy or what, but he had it. It says tasty food in the Bible. So he got it real good and tasty, and he brought it into Isaac. And Isaac said, hey, wait a minute. Seconds? That's right. He said, seconds. Who are you and why are you bringing me some food? And he said, I'm Esau, your son. I'm doing what you told me to do. And Isaac said, wait a minute. I have been tricked. That's exactly what he said. He said, if you're Esau, then who did I give the blessings to? And at that point, Esau realized that Jacob had tricked him again and he had tricked his father. And with Rebekah's help, he had stolen not only the birthright before, but now the blessing. And Esau said, Father, it was Jacob, he tricked us, but now at least you can still give me the blessing. And Isaac said, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I've already blessed your brother. And because I've blessed him, I've already said it, it's already been done, and I can't take it back. Uh-oh, now what's he gonna do? Well, Esau went ahead and gave a somewhat of a blessing to Jacob. Which name is which? I'm trying. Isaac gave Esau a blessing, but it wasn't the kind of blessing that he wanted to give him. It wasn't the great blessing that he gave Jacob. And now, because Jacob had lied the first time, and now he had lied again, Esau was really mad at Jacob, and Jacob had to run for his life, all because he and Rebekah decided to lie and cheat. Wow, I bet the birthright didn't do him any good. No, the birthright didn't do him any good. Neither did the blessings. No, neither one did him good because he had to run for his life and he wasn't there to receive the inheritance anymore. You see, his lies had caught up with him and now he had to run away. And once you've lied, it's already out there. It's like that blessing that Isaac gave. It's the lies that Jacob gave. Once we say something, it's already out there and we can't take it back. Thank you, Monty, for coming out and helping me tell the story. Oh, you're welcome. By the way, remember, I am a rattlesnake. All right, I think we know better than that, and I think you need to go back in the suitcase because I'm going to continue talking to the boys and girls all about how honesty is always the best policy. Always? Yes, always. Even when you're saying you're a rattlesnake when you're a python. So I need you to think about that. You know, boys and girls, honesty is always the best policy. And when we say something, it's out there. And when we tell a lie, it's out there. We can't take it back. I want to read you something in the Bible. We're going to read from Mark chapter 7. We're going to read Mark chapter 7, verse 14. I'm reading now the CEV version, the one I always use. And here's what it says. It says, Jesus called the crowd together again and said, pay attention and try to understand what I mean. The food that you're put into your mouth doesn't make you unclean and unfit to worship God. It's the bad words that come from your mouth that make you unclean. After Jesus and his disciples had left the crowd and gone into the house, they asked him what these sayings mean. He answered, don't you know what I'm talking about by now? You surely know that the food you put into your mouth cannot make you unclean. It doesn't go into your heart. It goes into your stomach and then out of your body. By saying this, Jesus meant that all foods were fit to eat. Then Jesus said, "What comes from your heart is what makes you unclean. Out of your heart come evil thoughts, vulgar deeds, stealing, murder, unfaithfulness, greed, meanness, deceit." That's our word today. "Indecency, envy, insults, pride, foolishness. All of these come from your heart, and they are what make you unfit to worship God." You see, all of this is saying that the things that come out of our heart make us unclean. What's in your heart? Whatever's inside a man is going to come out, right? Whatever we put in comes out. How many of you have ever worked on a computer and put something into the computer and the computer didn't work right because you typed in the wrong information? When I was a kid, we learned how to code in school, and we would type in the code, and those codes would tell the computer to do something. And if you typed in the wrong thing, the computer wouldn't work. And it was a saying that said, garbage in, garbage out. When I put something wrong into the computer, then wrong things are going to come out. The wrong results are going to happen. What I put in is what's going to come out. So when we put God's word in our heart and we listen in children's church, or we listen to our mom and dad and we put the good things in our heart, then good things are going to come out. But even at that, sometimes we might say words, lies or bad words or things we wish we hadn't said. And once we've said them, they're out there. We've done said them. You can't bring them back. Have you ever said something, went, "Oh, I wish I hadn't said that," but it was too late, it's already out? Yeah, that's how a lie is. You know, Isaac wanted to give the blessing. He gave the blessing to the wrong child. And once he gave the blessing, it had already been done. He had already spoke it. It was already out there. It's the same thing with lies. Once we've said them, we can't bring them back. They're already out there. What comes out of us is what makes us unclean. I want to tell you a little story about a little boy. Every time the little boy did something wrong, his father made him take a hammer and a nail, and he had to drive that nail into a board every time he did something wrong. So there's our first nail. He told a lie at school. He told a lie on another kid who didn't do what he said that he had done. And then that boy found out about it, and he was upset. So guess what? The boy told another lie to cover up the first lie. Every time he did something wrong, every time he said something he shouldn't say, another nail went into the board. And this went on until finally his father said, "Now, you've told those lies, you've done those wrong things. But you know what the good news is? The good news is that we can go to Jesus, and Jesus will forgive you of those bad things you've done." So he had him take the hammer and to remove each nail. So he pulled each nail out of the board. He said, "See, now all of the bad things you've done have been forgiven. They're gone. But the damage that they did is still there." See the holes in our board? Our holes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes in our board from the 4 nails that went in. The damage had been done, and that damage can't be taken back. When we tell a lie, whether that lie is on ourselves or somebody else, the damage is done. We've hurt other people, and the trust that they had for us is gone because they know that now we're able to lie. And if we've told one lie, we may not be able to trust that we would always now tell the truth. We can ask for forgiveness. Jesus will forgive us. Others may forgive us, but the damage is already done. That's why honesty truly is the best policy, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Check out the downloads, and we'll see you next week right here in Grove Kids Children's Church.